Welcome to today's Explainer. We are unpacking something absolutely fascinating today. We're looking at a brilliant technical note from Professor Hisataka Takasugi, the director of the Takasugi Research Institute. He's mapped out the hidden science behind a really common, everyday human behavior. It turns out that mindless little tune you hum while making coffee or taking a shower, usually right before you realize someone else is in the room and it gets a little awkward, well, that humming is secretly one of the most powerful biological tools you have at your disposal.
Seriously, think about that for a second. When was the last time you hummed without even realizing you were doing it? Was a song just stuck in your head? Were you feeling particularly relaxed? We tend to assume we hum simply because we're in a good mood, right? We treat it as this pleasant little byproduct of happiness. But what if the cause and effect is actually reversed? What if your body is intentionally doing something much, much more profound under the surface?
Okay, get ready for a major paradigm shift. According to Professor Takasugi's research, this mundane, everyday habit isn't just some quirky noise we make, it's actually a zero-cost self-biomodulation protocol. Now that's just a highly scientific way of saying, by humming, you are actively rewiring your nervous system, you're hacking your biochemistry, and you're actually changing the physical blood flow right inside your brain.
Section 1. The hidden power of humming. To understand how a simple tune can alter our biology like that, let's dive right into the heavy-hitting science of what your body is actually doing when you hum, starting with a powerful little molecule.
Let this number really sink in for a moment. 15 times. A landmark 2002 study from the prestigious Karolinska Institute discovered that humming increases the production of a specific gas in your nasal cavity by 15 times compared to quiet, normal breathing. 15 times. That is a massive, immediate physiological spike. But what exactly is surging?
The answer is nitric oxide, or NO. And to be clear, don't confuse this with nitrous oxide, which is laughing gas. Nitric oxide is a gaseous signaling molecule made of just one nitrogen and one oxygen atom. It's so absolutely crucial to life sciences and cellular communication that the scientists who discovered its role in cardiovascular health actually won the Nobel Prize in 1998. It's literally a microscopic communication network that tells your blood vessels exactly what to do.
What's truly wild here is the sheer range of what nitric oxide does in your body. It relaxes smooth muscles to lower your blood pressure. It improves how efficiently your lungs exchange oxygen. It even acts as a frontline defense mechanism against pathogens. But look at that specific function at the bottom, cerebral blood flow. Nitric oxide literally dilates the blood vessels right inside your brain. As Professor Takasugi points out, this specific action provides the exact neurological infrastructure you need for intense cognitive focus and deep restorative meditation. So why does humming trigger all this? Well, hidden behind your cheekbones and forehead are your paranasal sinuses. Think of these as little hidden factories that are constantly manufacturing nitric oxide. The problem is, during normal, quiet breathing, most of that NO just gets stuck. It's trapped inside those sinus cavities, but humming changes the whole game. It creates sound waves that cause oscillating airflow, basically giving your nasal cavities an internal physical massage. This agitation acts like a vacuum, forcing massive amounts of that trapped NO out into the nasal cavity. Plus, through bone conduction, these sound waves actually vibrate through the solid tissues of your skull, reaching deep into places normal breathing just can't touch.
But hey, not all humming is created equal. If you hum at a really low pitch, the wavelengths are too long. The vibration just stays stuck down in your throat. And if you go too high, you tend to tense up. Scientific studies show the absolute sweet spot is a pitch around A3. That's roughly 220 Hz, or about an octave below middle C on a piano. At this frequency, the wavelengths perfectly match the size of your sinus cavities, which maximizes that crucial airflow agitation. Actually, try testing this right now. Just hum gently and slowly adjust the pitch up and down until you feel the buzz move out of your throat and right up into the front of your face. That's the sweet spot. Moving on to Section 2. Activating the vagus nerve. Because nitric oxide is honestly only half the story. The other half involves directly manipulating our body's stress response. This brings us to what's called the dual activation pathway of humming. First, you have the physical pathway. The vibrations from your vocal cords literally massage the branches of the vagus nerve located in your throat and larynx. Second, you have the respiratory pathway. Think about it. You simply cannot hum without doing a long, slow, controlled exhale. Together, this mechanical stimulation, combined with the extended breathing, rapidly spikes your vagal tone. It essentially forces your nervous system out of fight or flight and shoves it directly into the rest and digest parasympathetic mode.
While a traditional deep breathing exercise might take several minutes to calm you down, humming mechanicizes the process. It can drop your heart rate and cortisol levels in a matter of seconds.
Section 3. Mind, Body, and Want Mode. Now let's connect all this raw biology back to psychology. Professor Takasugi frames this using his proprietary unified theory, connecting our physical state to how we actually experience reality.
The unified theory breaks our internal states into two very distinct modes. First up is must mode. This is when you're stressed, rigid, obsessing over how things should be. You are trapped in psychological distress. Have you ever seen someone having a panic attack or fiercely stressing over a tight deadline just naturally burst into a hum? No way. Humming is literally impossible in must mode. On the flip side is want mode. This is a state of being flexible, open to possibilities, and feeling a real lightness of existence. Humming naturally flows from this state. It is the ultimate biological expression of being open and relaxed.
And right here is the bidirectional magic of this whole concept. Because our minds and bodies are fundamentally connected, we don't just have to sit around and wait for want mode to happen organically so we can start humming. We can use humming as a deliberate physical tool to hack our brain out of stress and intentionally force ourselves into want mode.
Section 4. The Humming Deepening Protocol. So the crucial point is how we actually apply this out in the real world. Professor Takasugi has integrated this science into a formal structure called the Direct Access Protocol, or DAP.
The Direct Access Protocol is used to achieve highly advanced states of relaxation and focus, and it unfolds in 3 distinct phases. In Phase 1, the induction phase, you intentionally spike your sympathetic nervous system, creating a deliberate, temporary stress response to build physiological contrast. Because of this, you should absolutely not hum during Phase 1. It would be entirely counterproductive, because humming calms you down. But once you shift into Phase 2, the parasympathetic transition, you can begin. And by Phase 3, the deepening phase, humming becomes your primary tool to lock in and significantly enhance that profound state of relaxation.
So let's walk step by step through exactly how you execute this Humming Deepening Protocol, or HDP, yourself. Step 1. Find your pitch. Play around that A3, 220 Hz mark until a vibration comfortably fills your skull, not just your throat. Step 2. Confirm your timing. Make sure you aren't in the middle of a high adrenaline task where you actually need the stress. Ensure you're truly ready to relax. Step 3. The rhythm. This is effortless. Just hum on a long exhale, usually 15 to 20 seconds depending on your lungs, and then take a short 2 to 3 second inhale right through your nose. And finally, Step 4. Observe and sustain. Keep your mental attention resting gently on that physical vibration inside your skull. Just do this for 2 to 5 minutes. That's the whole shebang.
Why is this the ultimate tool for deepening your focus and relaxation? Well, the compounding science here is just incredible. It maintains a continuous physical massage of your vagus nerve. That massive 15-time spike in nitric oxide keeps your cerebral blood vessels dilated, fueling your brain with oxygen. The physical buzzing in your skull gives your wandering mind a literal, tactile anchor to hold onto. And best of all, it requires absolutely zero cognitive effort. No apps, no complex counting, no frustrating attempts to clear your mind. You just make a sound.
I want to leave you with this really profound quote from Professor Takasugi's text. Knowledge is often hidden in the most familiar things. For thousands of years, humans have hummed without knowing that they were activating a 15 times multiplier of a Nobel Prize-winning molecule, or physically massaging their own nervous system. It's been hiding right there in plain sight the entire time. So the next time you feel that stress creeping in, or you just need to shift your brain into a state of deep, relaxed focus, how will you use this newfound superpower?